Hello and welcome to today's video, and in today's video we are going to be doing the spark plugs on the M135 F40. Now here's my M3, F40 is down there, but we need to get the M3 out. Now it's been a week, it's like -3 degrees and I'm not sure if it will even start. So place your bets if the car will even start. Started because there have been days where I did not start the M3 for like a day or two and it would not start, and it's like -3, -4 degrees now, so I'm so stoked that it has started. Now we do have a booster just to power it on if needed, but it's not. And man, I miss driving this car. It's been like over a week since I haven't driven it. Yes. The dirt is absolutely caked on, but the good thing is that there is no salt, which I'm alright with. We're gonna have to wait for a decent weather to drive it out when all the salt will be flushed off the road in order to clean the M3. And you can see how cold it is. Hopefully this won't be that tedious of a job, but we're gonna find out as we go. So step number 1 is to remove this carbon plastic, like so. Technically, you should disconnect your battery when you're doing this. I've done it before a bunch of times and I don't think it is going to be that big of an issue. So we're gonna disconnect the plugs first. I'm literally undoing just the plastic clips. It is cold, so I'm worried that they might crack, but let's see. When it came to removing plugs, it was extremely cold, and even though I was pulling and pulling and pulling, they just would not let go, so I resorted to using a different method. If the wires are going to be too difficult to remove, help yourself out with a flathead, but obviously be careful because you don't want to damage the plugs. It is really cold here, which is why I want to be extra careful not to break anything. Like so. With the plugs removed, there's still an E8 screw or a bolt on every single coil, and we gotta undo those in order to remove our coil, so this is what we gotta do next. When it came to making space to undo each of the coil packs, what I've done is I've just grabbed an extension, grabbed the socket, and I tried to see what fits. Now I was struggling in some places, and I have discovered a new extension which I may have used 2 or 3 times in my life, but right now it's probably one of my favorite things to use. And I think we're having a little bit of trouble here, but again, if you've got the extension, which I may have, like so, it should not be an issue. There's this housing which is in the way, and I think it can be removed, so I'm going to lift it up or remove it. I left the cover on because I wasn't sure how inconvenient it would be to put back, but it was just enough to undo the bolt. Now the truth is, all you gotta do is undo the bolt lightly and you can do the rest by hand. To remove the coil packs, all you gotta do is just pull as hard as possible. I think we're gonna do them one at a time. Now with the coil packs, you don't really want to get them mixed up. Also, for those, you don't really need to apply that, what is it, electric grease or whatever. You can if you want to. Here, I see that someone may have possibly done it in the past, but it's not really crucial. You can do it if you got some hanging around, but yeah, we don't I should have probably mentioned this, but if you want to do spark plugs, you need to have a special spark plug, I guess, socket. It is a thin wall socket, but not only that, it does have a spring on the inside. Now some may not, but it also has had a magnet on the inside. That's why I was struggling with taking out this spark plug, because it wasn't really being pulled out. Now this isn't your regular thin wall socket, so you need a special spark plug socket. Seeing the last clip, which I've recorded after trying to take out the first spark plug, you probably already know what was happening, but I've grabbed a few extensions and I was undoing the spark plug, and I kept on undoing, lifting it up, seeing no spark plug, so I kept on undoing. Like, the spark plug was turning really easily, but there was no spark plug. And so only after I've realized that the magnet from the socket was gone, so I had to think outside the box, as you will see. I was struggling with taking out this spark plug, but I've noticed that I had a magnet missing. And we have our first spark plug. And it's actually not looking bad. But again, the main reason why we're replacing those spark plugs is because there was a kind of drivetrain check on this car, and it was to do with spark plugs. So that's why we are changing them. I'll take the new spark plug. See, it goes in nicely. There's a spring, so you have to push it inside. And I'm gonna drop it. So, attempt number 2. Each spark plug I will initially tighten by hand to make sure that I don't strip the threads. Got my torque wrench. We're gonna do one at a time just to fully complete it. Now 23 Newton meters. So gonna take my extension, set it to 23. Getting the coil pack back on is as simple as putting it in, giving it a little press to make sure that it sits correctly. So the first one is done. I have not used any torque spec for this screw bolt right here that holds the ignition coil, because it's literally a very small twist. Now, to get to this, we may have to unplug this, or maybe not. So let's try to pull it out. Like so. Again, there is some, what is it, thermal electric grease or whatever it's called. And in all honesty, once you do the very first spark plug, the rest of them are literally the same. Now, some of the ignition coils might be kind of suctioned on, so you may have to pull a bit harder, and you may find that some of the spark plugs do require a bit more of a twist or yank to release, but other than that, it's a pretty simple job. And if there are going to be any first timers doing this, now at first glance this might look very intimidating with like the wires and hoses around, but it really isn't. If you take your time, if you're really careful, if you do kind of think about what you're doing, it is a very easy process. Just make sure once you have your spark plug out not to drop anything into the hole, because your piston isn't going to like it. I think everything is in, all the plugs and whatnot. You can hear the engine prime. And just like that, everything works. Here, after the cold start, the engine does work the way it should. So this has really been it. Again, the main reason why we were changing over the spark plugs was because there was some kind of service thing to do with drivetrain, and it turns out that spark plugs were the cause of this drivetrain issue. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hop in, check if the error is gone. We may need to do a few resets and a few services, and if that's going to be the case, I will obviously let you know, but let me check it out. I've hooked up a diagnostic computer. I have checked that there are no errors, so the only error that was to do with spark plugs and also to do with the battery. Now the battery isn't weak, but it is, I've checked, recommended to swap it out. When it comes to removing this service indicator, which is the main reason why this video was kind of being filmed to replace the spark plugs, they didn't have to be replaced, but it was due for service. I've tried different methods and I was unable to remove this error, but there is still one more method which I'm going to try, and I'm going to leave a comment down below if this actually does work, which is to use a diagnostic computer and to try to put in a service for the spark plugs. So now what's left to do is just to back up the car, put the M3 back into the garage, and to keep enjoying the M135. Now, with that being said, hopefully you have enjoyed this video. Hopefully this was some sort of informative. We will get some mods onto the F40. It's gonna be fun. Another car is being added because M3 is in need of a sibling. So again, hopefully your year started off fine. Yeah, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Take care and to the next one.